Right. Again, is there anybody here from the old session who weren't able to see anything? Just so that I know if I need to recap again or quickly show you what we were doing. I don't want to do that if I can rather focus on other stuff, but I also don't want you to feel left out. So is there anybody, a quick recap? All right. The quickest recap you've ever had in your life. Let's have a look. Just to quickly recap, to do anything in all my programs, and especially the vouchers program we're playing in today, happens under file. Okay, so you can either do vouchers from here or commission receipts, set up your exchange rates, all of those kind of things. As I said, for you to physically do stuff, it'll happen under file. So under file, we have a new voucher as well as commission receipts, which we'll handle into detail just now. Let's go quickly play with a voucher. I'm not going to complete something right now. As I said to you, I do apologize. So I'm not going to handle every single little field. What I will tell you is the green fields. Thanks, Mel, for clarity on that one. I think it was Mel or was it Ethel, one of the two of you. This is green, guys. It's not blue, okay? The green fields are compulsory fields. If you don't fill it in and you try and save anything, my system going to moan at you like this. Oh, I can't believe it. Let's see. Woo! Very, very cheeky. Okay, so it talks about PNRs and every single thing you forgot to do. My system is saying, listen here. Sorry for you. You better go put it in. So you will have to enter the information in here. Based on the settings of your data that you choose in here, certain fields will become compulsory fields for you and you will need to enter them. So if I use D1 in this instance, the minute I do that, whatever was compulsory in the setup that you have in the invoicing module, right, will suddenly become compulsory in here as well. And you will have to capture the information. All right, so it's quite cheeky. And yeah, it needs some attention from you. So if I change this and I'm like, oh no, God, I don't want to be D1, I want to be D9. As soon as I changed D9, did you notice how the screen changed? So now this client is not so over the top. They don't want every single thing activated. They don't want to know all the stuff. And of course now some of the fields are grayed out. Okay. Back into D1. Notice that this says second reference. Did you see the minute I changed it, these things here no longer said second reference? Do you know why that is? Because this is actually set up. Let's see if this is my right data. I'm hoping it is. If it's, I'll quickly show you. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong one. Yeah. Can you still see my invoicing screen, guys? Just so that I know I'm not like talking to myself here again. It's not the voices, nah? It's Deirdre. Okay, this is invoicing, and all I really did is I quickly went into the invoicing module to show you that I have activated second through to seventh references, and I have actually given them different descriptions. Because if I tell my client, listen, your second is now whatever, 1, 2, 3, they're going to be like, what the hell's my second? I want to know the project number. So if you put these descriptions in invoicing, when you capture the voucher, it will take those references from the invoicing setup. It's pretty neat, eh? It also makes it easier for brand new people like your consultants who don't know what the second through to seventh references mean and what field should be where. My system will be, listen, I'm nice to you. I'm going to tell you what it is. Right. So whatever is green, as I've said earlier on, will become compulsory. You will need to either enter the information. And sorry for you, if you get finger cramps, that's what the client wants. That's what they will get. Right. So once you've completed all of this, you can go over to the next tab at the bottom here that you see is client savings. And in your client savings, if you don't know, notice it's this little area here, so keep your eye on this. The client savings will allow you to put in the full rack rate. So if you've negotiated special rates and you want to show your client that you've actually saved him money because you're awesome and you've made some good negotiations, this is where you will actually put it in, and it'll actually appear on the voucher and it'll make them feel real special. And they are all special. Good. The third tab is a difficult one. A lot of times the consultants feel it's not their responsibility. They don't need to capture this, but this is basically the commission percentage that we can expect from the hotel. All right. Now, again, in default, if you, in your invoicing module, if I'm jumping around too much and I'm totally confusing you, let me know. But if your invoicing setup of your land principal, or if you have front desk, you should have done it in front desk. If your setup is done in invoicing, ask the accounts department to put in the default commission year. Because what it'll do is the minute you try and do a voucher, that commission percentage that I just asked you nicely now to complete yourself, that commission percentage will automatically then filter through here, and the system will automatically say, listen, hey, I think I'm expecting a 10% commission, or whatever the case might be. So it's pretty much working from both sides. If it's not in here, you as a consultant or whoever is actually capturing this, please be nice and put in that commission percentage, because yeah, in the end, if we get that commission, hopefully we can pay out incentives and we can make more money and we can smile. All right, so try and do that for us. And somebody just left me. I'm sorry you left me. I still love you. Okie dokes. So this is basically just capturing the voucher. Right. You can also add extras, and I'm sorry my extras didn't work and I didn't have, my time was far too short for me to quickly fix it, but you can add extras, and your extras would be like laundry transfers, those kind of things. I'll send you all documents about that if that is what you want. We can absolutely do that. You can also then, if you have the PNR and it is linked in Galileo, into Amadeus, you can type in the PNR reference here, and the system will also pull it in from Galileo or Amadeus, provided it is properly linked, and it'll try and fill in as much information for you in the background when you use that import function. Right. The last thing I want to tell you is that if you do have front desk, and this is a big only if you are using it properly by doing your quotes and bookings in there, will you be able to import bookings from front desk, and it'll allow you to complete as much information and pre-populate your forms for you with whatever you had in front desk. Okay, so these buttons will be there if you have it activated and you are using it. If you don't see them, please don't be too disturbed. If you don't have front desk, you don't have to run out and go and get it now. It's obviously a handy tool, and looks, your quotes and your bookings looks absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, if you didn't have it before and you do want it now, pop us a mail, we'll do a dem. It can be awesome if you do need it. If you have TravelSoft, then probably you're going to say, Deirdre, I'm not going to waste my time. We're not going to fight with you if you don't use front desk. Just know it's a functionality, it's there, and you can absolutely use it. The programs will read off front desk. In the same way with Go High, and I'm not sure if they did that this morning. If you do have front desk and you made a reservation or a booking in front desk, you can also do the voucher by pulling it in from front desk. So it's basically an import function. Right. That being said, once you've captured your voucher, you will click on save. I'm not going to do it because the minute I do that, I've got all these errors. I'm just going to cancel. Let me open up. Sorry, I'm lazy, I know. Okay, so now I've done my voucher. I'm now ready to save it. I will simply click on save. The system's going to say, do you want to accept it? You're going to say yes. And straight from here, you can either print it, email it, or send it to a PDF file. If you have more than one template, your templates will appear in the drop-down, and you can go and select from them. If you only have one like I have right here, then that's what whoever the powers that be have decided, that it will be the default voucher that you will use across the board in the entire organization, and you won't be able to go and select from there. But we do have various layouts, and you can play with them. If you don't like our layout and you do want to change, then we can also change it for you. Okay. Do you want me to show you what a voucher looks like? I think it's kind of pretty. Let's try to do this. Try and see if I can show you. And that's what our voucher looks like. Okay. If you had your own company's logo, your company... No, shush, Lily. Sorry, that's my dog. She makes a noise. If you do have your own logo, your logo will appear onto your actual voucher. I don't have a logo loaded, and hence it's not showing. All right, so that's basically how you capture a voucher. And I've just killed everything. I didn't want to. Right, now the next thing I wanted to show you quickly was the voucher register. So whatever you've ever captured in your organization between you and your colleagues will appear in this voucher register. And this is probably where I'm going to go into a bit more detail now, because now I'm not just telling you that you can go and search on anything that you have here, whether it's a passenger's name, a company, or order number, references, any of those, by using the search functionality. You as accounts people, and I'm assuming most of you would be in the accounts department or management level, because this is boring stuff unless you're like a bean counter like we are, well, I am. Your status here will also matter to you greatly if you're in the accounts department, because you would want to see what is happening with it. Okay, so just get back on search. On search, you can literally search for vouchers, for order numbers, and you can see there's a whole list of stuff here that you can go and search by. If you can't find something, pop us a mail. We'll try and tell you where to find it, or otherwise we'll get our dev team to add it in if it's not there, and it should be. Right, now as I said to you earlier on, this particular session is probably more on the accounting side and tracking commissions and making sure we're getting our money that's due to us for referrals and those kind of things, or basically just checking, have we invoiced everything? Okay, and this is where the status column that you see right here in the voucher register becomes critical. Okay, the easiest way for you to understand what the different statuses means, anything that is closed means that we've either received the commission for it, or if it's a bill back, that we've actually done an invoice for it and deducted our commission where applicable, and that it's now actually completely closed. Voided, sorry, I'm going to quickly stop. Robin asked on the search functionality, are we able to put more than one filter, i.e. supplier and the name? No, but what you could possibly do is you can use this double-clicking functionality here at the top, where you can double-click and sort. Robs, I would probably do something like that and then do my search functionality for my passenger's name. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Sorry about the noise. My Yorkie's going to eat something. I don't know what. She's smaller than anything. So sorry about that. Right, so I'm just going to go back and put it in normal mode. All right, so as you've seen now, if you double click on a heading here at the top, the system will actually sort it for you. So if you need to look at the status, and you only want to focus on maybe your hold stuff, we don't care about closed stuff. And I'm not saying I don't care about it ever. Closed means, as an accounts person, I've handled it. I've done invoices for it. I've captured the supplier invoice number. I've captured our invoice number. I've corrected the commission, all those kind of things. And well, let me show you the difference between a closed transaction. When you have your closed transaction, you'll notice that there's something here called a ledger. And this ledger will immediately tell you if you received any com. In this case, you can see we received nothing, your commission percentage, etc. It also has the supplier reference numbers in there, and of course the quick trav invoice number. You can see here's your quick trav invoice number 16, dated the 21st of April. So what that means is that when you were in the invoice module, your consultant or your accountant, depending on who's doing the invoicing, if it's you as a consultant, it's also fine, they physically went, I'm going to show it to you, into the invoicing, and they used this retrieve function. And I'm hoping you all know about the retrieve functionality that we have in invoicing. If you don't, please join us for our invoicing sessions. I know the first few sessions we're going to give you some examples, and we're going to explain to you how to use it, and we talk about retrieving and this and that. Please go and have a look at those training sessions. They have specific topics in mind for every single session. I think the invoicing session has something like 14 different sessions, so it is stretched over long times, but it's also not an info overload, if I can put it that way. But we'll go into a lot of retrieve functionality in the invoicing. And that closed, as I said to you, in the voucher system. It basically meant somebody went into a new invoice, they changed it to accommodation voucher, and they physically captured the document number in here. So if I want to do one of them, I'm going to show it to you. I know this is about vouchers, but bear with me. All right, so let's pretend I want to retrieve voucher number 346, which was for the City Lodge Morningside. It was Mr. Ryan Reynolds, okay? What the person would have done is they would have come in to invoicing. They would have said accommodation voucher, voucher number 346. They would have retrieved. Whoa, sorry about that. The hysterics going on in this house is something terribly dramatic. Okay. Now, at this stage, it tells you that it was pasted from the accommodation voucher. It's the voucher number, also telling me which voucher program. Now, some agencies have multiple branches, multiple divisions, and they've decided to split their vouchers into every single division and branch. So this OK is just telling me which one I've used. You might not see it. You might. It all depends on your system setup. So at this stage, invoicing is saying this is for Ryan Reynolds. This was his date of travel, which was the 22nd of April to the 23rd. And the amount that we were expecting is 520. So let's see if my voucher is still up on par. I'm going to try and do this so that you can see. If it's too small, shout, eh? I won't take any offense if you do. All right. So basically, it's literally taken whatever we had in invoicing and it's thrown it in here. Quite cool, hey? Nifty, I didn't have to capture anything. My responsibility right now is to have my supplier invoice with me because obviously I'm not going to invoice anything without the supplier's invoice details, and I'll need to capture it in here. So I'm going to say the supplier invoice number is 12345 because I have absolutely no imagination. And then if there was small subtle differences, you know, sometimes people take dinners or some extras. If you need to make changes to this amount right now, it's quite cool for you to do that. Now, I know some agencies prefer to split this whole invoice up into 3 lines for the voucher. And I'm not going to say it's wrong, but I'm also going to tell you it's not right. The reason being is if I now go and I just say, okay, line 1 is my accommodation only. So now I say, I'm just putting it in there. And I can't spell. And I then decide, oh no, but I'm going to go and copy that. And this is now the meals. And the meals, this I enjoyed Johnny Walker. It's now just the meals itself was that amount. The minute, that oak is seriously enjoying whatever that was. Okay, if I do this, guys, when I try and update the voucher system, my voucher is not going to really know which one to choose. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Because now, for the exact same thing, which was 1 voucher, I have 2 lines. And voucher system, if I'm going to track my commissions or track all my sales and all of that through the voucher system, my system's not going to say in here that I've got 1 supplier invoice and I've got this and this and this and this and this. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. If that's your operating procedures in the office, continue doing it. But bear in mind that your reporting in vouchers is not going to be accurate. Okay. Just keep that in mind. I'm going to quickly look at Daniel. Daniel said, can the amount be changed after month end as the voucher was done in May and accommodation was for the 4th? Yay! Yes, it can. If I'm understanding you correctly. And if I'm not understanding you correctly, you need to draw me a picture, Daniel. Okay. But from what I'm understanding from your question, the answer should be yes. Okay. Are you talking about the amount? Are you talking about the amount of the commission and the voucher amount? Is that the right thing? Hey. Okay. Then yes, it can. Absolutely will. Okay. All right. Yeah, guys, decide what is good for your organization. If that's what your client wants, give your client what he wants. But please bear in mind, voucher system might not be as happy as your client about the way that you've split it up, okay? Right, so I'm going to continue with my invoice. I'm just going to save it because I want to show you what it actually does in the voucher system, if you don't mind. So let's go and save. Did I not add com? Oh, Deirdre. Sorry. I'm going to give us 5% commission. Let's pretend they were nice and they gave us a whole 26 rands. Really? Good. Save. Okay, so now we've done voucher 346. I'm just going to go back here. Was it this OQ? Yes. Right. Let's do this. Now in vouchers, though you didn't see much happening here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we know we didn't really do much. I know the voucher. Okay, can you see how this voucher status changed from hold to closed? Okay, why? Because we now have a supplier invoice linked to it, and we actually have our quick drive invoice linked to it. So if I double click, you can look at all the hard work we did. In here, the system came up, gave us our supplier invoice number that we captured in invoicing module, as well as the commission amount we claimed we received, and then of course our actual invoice number and our invoice date. And you can see our invoice is dated in April, but I've already done month end in May. But yeah, don't do that. Make sure your months are correct. Right. There's not much I can do. Although the system allows for you to void this voucher, I would seriously be asking questions about why am I voiding a voucher that is saved, that has an invoice and a supplier invoice number attached to it. There should be no reason for me voiding this transaction right now. I'll have a look and see why it has that void button, because technically it should be grayed out. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't highlight errors, but I want to make you aware of them. You shouldn't have a void button here if you already have all of this stuff here. Okay. All right, so now we know how it happens on a bill back. Make sense? And you agree with me, on a bill back, we are in charge of whether we're going to deduct commission from the final invoice amount or not. If you think about it, on direct settlements, this is a whole different ball game, isn't it? Because direct settlements, we are depending on the hotel to actually give us our money, and we are hoping to hell that they will. So will we raise an invoice for a direct settlement? Yes or no? What do you think? And if you say yes, to whom will we raise this invoice? What do you do in your organization? Let's have a quick topic discussion about this. There's no wrong and there's absolutely no right. I'm just curious, so I'm just asking. And if you don't want to say, you can keep quiet. Quite right, Linda. Linda's saying yes. I raise an invoice to the supplier for the com. Linda, my question is, where do you raise this invoice? Do you raise it in invoicing or do you raise it here? It's not a trick question, eh? Well, yes, you can. All right. Now, I'm going to show you some stuff. Technically, it's not a, how do I put this? Let's look at it that a voucher system can raise a pro forma invoice, if I can put it that way, where we can claim our commission. Because if you think about it legally, although my system does allow for it to raise something like that for you, okay, which you find in the commission invoice register, never, or not never, the invoices we raise here never feeds into invoicing, which means we'll never be able to do a receipt, either in the GL or if you have full win main. I like what you're saying, Linda. I really like what you're saying. Okay, but if you raise an invoice in this voucher system, which the system, I promise you, is going to do for you, as is evident in here on exactly what I've already done, okay, this should not be seen as the beginning and the end all of the invoice. Yes, it's raised it for you, but you should still ideally create it in invoicing. Some people will raise an invoice to the actual hotel as a debtor. So they'll set it up as a referral debtor and then raise the invoice to that. Other people will raise the invoice to the client's account, let's say ABC Trading, and the supplier, of course, will then be the hotel who owes us the commission for it. So there's no right and no wrong way of doing it. It's however you do it in your office, continue doing it. I don't want to go and change your whole accounting small, yeah, however you're doing your accounts, that's up to you to decide, as long as you just remember all the accounting implications. What I do want to say is this will raise an invoice for you in vouchers. And you'll see now when we go through this, over and above an invoice, it'll actually also create a small little mini receipt for you if they do decide to pay you. So it's like a mini accounting system within vouchers, although it's not linking through to your GL. So it'll never update GL or anything of that for you. Okay, and that's what this whole session for this afternoon is really about, showing you the mini accounting thing within vouchers if you decide to use it. A lot of clients have complained and said, we're not earning commission, it's a waste of time. Clearly you 10 people thought it wasn't, and hopefully there's still some reason for this or madness to it, hence me being here. Okie dokes. Now, back into my voucher register, you can see that there's a whole lot of transactions on hold. So without me having to go up and down, I'm going to double click on status, and the system will automatically show me all my hold transactions. Now, I don't have a big register. You can see at this stage I only have 384 items. I can guarantee you your agency has thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of vouchers. So you don't want to go and scroll up and down. A quick and easy thing, if you only want to look at the transactions that's on hold, remember you can right click on hold and tell the system to only display the hold status for you. So now you will be left with all your children that will need your attention. Pretty nifty if you didn't know that. I'm glad I just taught you something. If you did know that, sorry about that. I get excited about small things. Right. Now, before you start looking at your commissions and everything that's owed to you, especially your referral commissions, there's some things you need to keep in mind. A, what was the payment method? Can you see I have some payment methods in here for billback and direct settlement? Would you really be super concerned right now about your billbacks? Dated back at 2016, 2017. Look at all these damn dates. Would you be worried about them, or would you rather be worried about your direct settlements? Which one to you is of bigger concern? We know on billbacks the hotel would have screamed that we should have paid them years ago. Do you agree with me? You guys are awfully quiet. Did you fall asleep? No, thank you, Phoebe. Now I know you're awake. And Daniel is saying, I would focus more on the current ones, but the old ones as well. Yes, I do agree. When I will look at my stuff, the current ones are far more important for me with regards to billbacks. The chances of all these transactions dating back 2016, 2017, and I'm specifically talking about my billbacks, the BBs, the chances of me not paying them is very slim, because I promise you, every single hotel or shuttle company or whatever the case it might be that has a voucher on here would have harassed me for money by now. There's no chance they would have left unless they have a terrible person in their accounts departments who didn't do anything. Then, yeah, well, lucky you. Okay. If it was me, I would be focusing on the current ones, so absolutely. And then what I would be focusing on is all the direct settlements, because the direct settlements is hopefully where we will find some commission. Now, this voucher register is not going to show me if I'm going to or can expect anything. So it's probably not a good idea to try and print reports from here, because to go across like this feels like it's taking forever. Do you agree with me? So now I've forgotten now who the hell this hotel is, although I see it's giving me, okay, 0 com, but there's somebody's giving me com. Is there another way of me quickly fixing it so that I can get this com amounts out through here on the left-hand side, my com and VAT on com? Does anybody know? If you do, you can share. Otherwise, I will show you. Have you heard of dragging and dropping? Can you see I'm clicking on the heading, I'm dragging, I'm dropping. Can you see I'm changing the entire layout of the register? For me as a accounts person, I'm not going to give a damn about all this other stuff right now. I'm solely here to focus on where I'm earning commission and why I haven't got the money yet. All right. Now, the nice thing about this, and again, if you're a consultant, this will not probably apply to you, but I'm pretending everybody again here is accounts, so sorry if I'm boring you. If you have this right and you like the way it feels and you know you're going to need this every single month when you are chasing these commissions, you can actually save this view. So once you've dragged and dropped the columns into the specific, I'm sorry, shush. Once you've dragged and dropped the columns into the specific order that you want, did you know that you can save this view so that you can go next month, or you can have it on default, that you can go back and say, show me my old view? Don't know if you knew that. If you did, sorry again, you can teach me something. But can you see here where it says 64 items on hold? If I click there, and I want this to be my perfect register for tracing commissions or anything like that, I can go to my view. I can say add. I'll need to give it a Q or a key, not a Q, sorry. Yoo! I need more coffee. Vouchers. Woo, dead red like caps. I'm not aggressive, I promise. You can share with people. It's up to you. I don't know, whatever. Yes, if you want to. No, if you don't want to. It's up to you. Please remember to save. Now, if you like this and you want it every single time you open it up because you're in accounts and you don't give a rat's ass about in what order they had it, if you always want it like this, there's a button here at the bottom that says default. Once you've done that and you've selected, no matter what you do, whenever you go into your voucher register, it will always give you your customized view, which I love. I like it because immediately I can go and track and see, oh, here's some commission, there's some commission. So I can quickly check it out. If I don't like this view, I can go back to the system view. This looks ugly as hell, but yeah, you get the idea. Okay, I'm going to go back to my view because I like it, just because I want to. It's easier for me to see. No, it won't be. Linda, this is a custom view that only you will see on your user number. So depending on what your user number is at the bottom, only that particular user will see it. If you decide to share it with others, what they will do, just to show you quickly, did I share mine? Edit, I did. If you have somebody else, let's say you're sitting next to each other, maybe whatever, and you've built this and you're like, your friend is like taking forever to do these things, you can be like, hey, wait, there's a nice view. They'll go in there and they will have to go onto the shared views. Obviously, it's not going to show on yours because yours is under my view, but when she goes into shared view, she'll see your actual shared view and she can then just say select, and that's it. Okay. Okie dokes. So at this point in time, all this thing has really done is it's given me a list so that I can see what my commissions are. From here, remember, if I want to, I can export it. If I want to do something like that, which is your export your current view to throw it into invoicing. I'm not saying you can use it or you're going to use it. I'm just saying it's there. What you would probably be more interested in is the following. Now, a lot of your work will happen under inquiries in this section here that's referred to the referral commission debtors. Okay, now all that does in a nice way is telling you that every single voucher that you issued for billback and direct settlement should actually bring up a ledger for you. Now keep in mind, my system is going to focus on transactions where it was direct settlement because it's assuming that billbacks will be deducted, the com will be deducted when you raise your invoice. You'll have that com section, remember, on the right-hand side, and you'll be deducting your commission from that invoice. So mostly this will apply to any voucher in that voucher register that has a DS. Okay, makes sense? If you want to disagree, please feel free to disagree. I love it because then, yeah, I get to change my viewpoint. So if you want to see DS, you can say DS too. All right. So technically speaking, for what I'm seeing right now, we only have a few direct settlements. Let's see if my system is nice, and let's see what it's going to throw out on that register. Under inquiries, referral commission debtors, I can either go to a ledger, statements, invoices, age analysis, control account, or a cover sheet. So let's go have a look at age analysis and just see, is it only showing me direct settlements? Is it going to show me any billbacks? What is it? Choose the date. You can choose the order. Do you want it in code or in name order? It really doesn't matter. This is a personal preference, so you can go and choose. Do you want to see null balances? Again, it's a personal thing. I wouldn't want to see anything where I don't know if it's a null. Why should I even look at it? Unless, of course, the consultant didn't do the voucher correctly, but they can throw it back into your face and say, listen, you didn't do the setup and invoicing. So I'm not getting involved in that fist fight. That's absolutely up to you. But let's go ahead and see what it does. And you can't see much because it's on my other screen. So let me pull it across. Where are you? Hello? Are you here? Naughty bugger. Rightio. So right now, my system's saying, as at May, in case you didn't notice, I ran a month end whilst we were offline, hey? Kudos to me. I'm almost there, 1 month short. We'll get there. It shows me a clear list and age analysis. Remember, this is not linked to the GL. This is really only for the vouchers issued. So it's not taking any invoices into account where you did not, and I'm saying this, did not retrieve the voucher from the retrieve function. Okay, if you did manual invoices and you typed it all up and you never used the retrieve, this Oki is not going to know. It's going to be absolutely, it's like totally unrelated. It does not know. So if you didn't use retrieve and you know for a fact that the commission for, let's say, Hilton Paris shouldn't be 16,000 Rand because you've already invoiced it and wada, poor vouchers don't know because you didn't retrieve. So retrieve, 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 retrieve. I've said it enough. Let's move on. Okay, so it'll give you up to 150 days balances so that you can exactly see what, according to this system, for your referral commissions will be due that you can go and claim from the particular hotels. So if you want to see more information, we go back into the vouchers. And again, as I said to you, everything now will happen under your referral commission section under inquiries. From here, you can run a ledger. If you run your statements or invoices, this is what it looks like. Let's see if my system's going to be nice. Hopefully. I think it will. It's just going to pop up on my other screen. Yeah, I like you. Thank you, computer. You played with me this time. Right. So it'll raise a commission statement for you. And underneath, show you the currency, our VAT number in case we need to, the supplier's account number, and underneath it will quickly give you a booking analysis by voucher based on what we said we were hoping to earn commission on. And you can see here, nothing. The only thing that's on here is us owing them 706, 700, yes, dyslexia, there we come, 678 rands. Okay. Let's go down to the second page. Let's look at this. Here's some more. Again, no commission. Guys, we need to earn commission. Please give us something with commission. Holy camoli. Is there absolutely no commission in here? Did I not do any vouchers with commission? I can't believe that. There must have been. Why are they not here? Oh, Deirdre. There's absolutely nothing here. I'm calling foul play. I know there is. I did one. Can I quickly have a look? This was date of, maybe my date of travel is the problem, hey? Okay, Deirdre was an idiot. Look at that date of travel. It's not going to look at my stuff because I was stupid when I did let's do this. Do you mind if I play? Do you mind? Yeah. Can I quickly play? I'm going to pretend this is May. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to see if I change this to May. Yeah, it's fine. If it's now going to bring in on my register, because obviously it's not going to charge me. I was stupid. I should have changed that date. In case you were wondering why I'm running on and in a little bit of a flat spin, this particular voucher I did for sleep while travel, I had some very nice commission in here, which was due for 1,500 Rand. But Deirdre was the idiot that she normally is, and Deirdre went and she changed the check-in date to September. Now, because my system is in May, my system's like, you can't claim commission if the client hasn't traveled, Deirdre. This should be logic 101. And Deirdre is like, I want to see it, because that's what I am like. So I was very stupid. I did this voucher, and the date of travel is obviously not gone yet, and my system knows it, and it's therefore saying, I will not show you that you need to be paid 1,500 Rand because this client has not traveled. So Deirdre was just absolutely stupid. I needed a naughty badge. Daniel says, if you have to pay the supplier in full, like Town Lodge, and after the client stays, you have to claim back the com. Yes, you are quite right. The question is, Daniel, did you specify the com in here? When you, or not you, the consultant. When the consultant, like I did now here, and I said, all right, this is a direct settlement. Did you specify the com in the com column? Why are you claiming the com back in the first place? Sorry, I'm reading this now, and I'm saying, why are you claiming the com back if you're paying the supplier?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Sorry, let's have a quick debate. Why are you paying them more than they should be getting?
They want payment up front for everything, and then they pay us the com back after the client stays. You will settle in full, and then only once they stay, we get the com back. Well, we've got to claim the com back from them. It's mostly with the lodges, like Town Lodge, Road Lodge, those kind of problems.
Okay, so you all are sitting with the same problem. So it's not just Daniel's having to pay him in full and hope to hell that you're going to claim the commission.
Yeah, or if we get it back.
Oh, guys, it's a night. Are you serious? This is a nightmare.
Yes.
They did away with the system of claiming commission on invoicing. So are they keeping track of how much com they owe you, or are they expecting you to remember that you've overpaid them? Because technically, if you think about it, you've overpaid them.
Yeah, they actually tell us, well, they pretend they don't know until we send them an invoice.
That's just lazy accounting. Not you, but them. On their side.
Them, yeah. They basically trying to hope you're going to forget about the commission and keep it.
All right. So technically, now help me think out a good system here, guys, because sometimes my brain is stupid and fraught and everything in between. Do you, so your process, okay, let's look at accounting, and then we'll look at, should we even do something in vouchers? Because this is what I'm thinking. Okay, and I know this is all about vouchers, but it's more accounting than vouchers. So tell me if I'm wrong. You raise your cash invoice to your client because he owes you the money for the full value of the hotel, and you're not putting any commission amounts on the right-hand side, right? Because you want your creditor to show the full amount. Is that what you're doing, step one? Then step two, are you using it as if it's like an internal credit card, creating or raising an invoice? And notice I did not say cash. Creating an invoice to a debtor called commission claim or something, where the payment method is with credit card, and you then specify how much commission you're getting back so that it raises the debit of your supplier in the GL. Is that kind of what am I saying the right things here? Because you can come in here and you can go and raise a voucher, a direct settlement voucher in here as well if you want to, but then you never have that accounting implication in my invoicing main and GL, which is what we really want to see, isn't it? Because that's where it hits your trial balance, your income statement balance sheet. Am I wrong with my thoughts? Does anybody want to share what they're doing? Because I'm literally thinking, if you have something like that, guys, forgive me, I'm going into accounts mode now, and this is where Deirdre absolutely gets totally excited about small things. So you must forgive me, hey? So your first invoice will be to your actual T's enterprise.
Yes.
Hello, Borkie, you're breaking up slightly, but I'm going to try and listen.
Basically, we raise the invoice to the client.
Yeah, cash, no com.
Cash. What's the com basically on the, say, Town Lodge?
Okay.
So when you get your RA in general ledger, it's going to show you if you do 100, you've got to pay to the Town Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to pay them 100 rand because we will pay them in full.
Okay.
So in the general ledger is the only time you can pick up that the 10 rand is still due. And then I have to do a separate invoice showing that, oh, they're 10 rand.
And your invoice is made out to the Town Lodge, right?
Yeah.
Then won't it? Okay, so you still continue. So your invoice is...
I can't find another way. Sorry?
I'm listening.
So the only place I find it in general ledger is that they owe us 10 rand because it's overpaid by 10 rand.
So contouring for you guys are a big, big thing then, Daniel.
It's a nightmare.
No, but you are contouring, I'm assuming then, hey?
Yeah, I'm contouring.
Okay.
But sometimes they also pay like 3 clients at once.
Okay.
Did I put a spanner in your thinking?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to think, what is a nice way of doing? Okay, next question, Daniel. Do you have referral debtors activated in invoicing? So do you have an 800 account and a 701 account?
Yes, I do.
So then after this invoice to your client, which now showing that they owe you $10, okay, you then go and you raise another invoice to the Tsogo-san. Let's pretend it's Tsogo-san like I've got here. You then go new invoice, but my debtor is then Tsogo-san. Am I right? I'm just trying to
That's right. Yeah, and then I do it as a direct settlement.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably your easiest way to do it then, because then that debit's still lying on 701.
Yeah, it's sitting on 701.
Yeah, but your problem is then you constantly having, if the money comes in, you're not writing it off against the 800 account, you're writing it off against the 700 account. Then you're still sitting with this $10. But then you're still sitting with the $10 because now you have to do a journal between the creditor and the 800 account, or creditor and 701. Right. Yo, guys, I'm sure we can find a better way.
Please, 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 please.
No, there must be a better. Is there anybody else with a better idea of how to do this? Because what I would do, and this is me, and if I'm wrong, guys, we need to, like, you can really disagree. I'm not one of those people who take offense. I don't. I like criticism. It makes me think. It opens my mind. Daniel, what I would do then is I won't even show the com here. Don't even raise the com.
Now I don't raise the com there.
Your new, because you're going to have 2 invoices. Okay. If I'm wrong, guys, go no with big capitals in chat. Nah? Let me tell you what I'm thinking. Oh, good grief, credit
And
card.
please advise.
Yeah, please, listen, let's all, because we're all obviously going in the same boat here. Okay, so Daniel, I'm assuming you then have a hotel name here on your second one. I really don't have a hotel name. Pretend okay, let's pretend Treetops is my hotel, okay? Not Soho, but Treetops. Can you guys just pretend with me for 2 seconds? Yeah, Mel, I think you're right, because that's what I'm also thinking. So you have your cash invoice, this Okie, without any com. Then you're going to open up your debtor account for the same supplier. Pretend Treetops and Soho Sun's one and the same. You're going to raise here a cash invoice. Do you agree with me? For the com. Now, do you do it as a service fee or do you do it as a general charge? I don't suppose it matters. Well, suppose I would do a GL charge, because then I can say commission, accommodation commission due, or whatever the case it might be. That's what I would do. Because then in the GL, it'll hit the right amount. Oh, God. Okay, you're going to pretend with me, yeah, okay? Passenger's name was whoever he was. Mel, I like your way. If I'm wrong, you must tell me, hey? And it was $10, nah?
Yeah.
Did you notice that I used output VAT? You know why I chose output to not input, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's basically, I know this says Soho Sun, but you need to pretend this says Treetops. So this is basically what you will do. Mel, do you guys do it as a land arrangement still City Lodge, or do you do, no, you need it as City, no, I'm an idiot, this is wrong. Do you, okay, let's read what Lynn says. We pay all our per statement full amount of invoice. They give us 10% on every invoice they track. How do you track it, Lynn? That's what I want to know. Yeah, they're going to send you a commission summary, but how do you know how to track them? Do you have your own little spreadsheet on the sideline going on, or are you depending on QuickDrive to do it for you? Guys, I said it's an hour. You must tell me. Okay, you do recons. Manual recons? Okay, Mal, coming back to you. Quick question. Do you raise the commission invoice where your hotel is your debtor? Do you raise it as a land arrangement? Yeah, look, you're going to have to raise the second invoice I have on the right-hand side to the hotel as a debtor. My question is, do you do it as a land arrangement and then make the payment method direct settlement so that it creates a debit for the supplier, which is Treetops, which coincidentally is also the debtor. So it's a debtor and a land supplier. So debit the debtor, credit com, credit VAT. So you load it as a service fee. So you basically use the debtor account then that you have in invoicing to keep tabs of whether they've paid you or not. Okay. Yeah, you can use it as a service fee or a GL then, or a gen charge as well. Either or will suffice, because both of them will hit the, what's his face, the income accounts. So debit your debtor, credit com, credit VAT. Does that make sense? Daniel, are you with us? Does it make sense what we just said? Oh, good grief, I don't have a com one, but you can see what, yeah. And then in here, you can just link it back to whatever that was there. Yeah, that actually works out well. Yeah. You know what I would do, and I'm not saying you have to because you obviously already have this in place, but, and if you already do have this, then I think it's awesome. I would create another prefix just for those, no, Daniel, don't, please. You know what I like about these training sessions, because people ask questions. We're all in the industry, we're all doing things, and we all can learn from each other. And sometimes somebody has a far more efficient way of doing things. I almost want to say we should just have a session, a nice individual session saying, just do a normal Q&A or bring your accounting questions and let's see if we can help each other and answer them, because yeah, we can all teach from or learn from them. Daniel, I would actually, you know, we have prefixes like D and L and all of that. Lynn will tell you that she's got whole lots of different prefixes, but I would actually, for these creditors that are hotels, are city lodges, etc., don't give them a D prefix, make them a C for a creditor. Although you and I know they're really creditors who owe us bloody com, or referral debtors, I should say, give them a totally different prefix so that they're not in and amongst your D accounts. Make them a P, a C, or whatever you do. I would actually, that's what I would do. So when you run your age analysis, because now remember, it's not just in your invoicing where you have this snowball effect. When you then in your main module and you haven't set them up as a referral debtor and you've captured them as a normal account, you can now go and say, change my prefix not from D. I now only want to look at the R's or the C's or the P's or whatever the case, whichever one you want. So you have a more accurate age analysis in there. Other option, of course, is referral debtors. But if you don't manage your referral debtors and you've got an 800 and a 701 account, guys, that recon, laka, no, not laka, painful, suck tooth extraction is not something you really want. Sorry for the diversion. I really wanted to ask questions. I will always ask questions because for me, this is part of the referral debtors. So sorry if anybody takes offense. Please report. No, I'm not sarcastic now, but if you don't like it, tell quick that Deirdre waffles too much and she goes off topic. And they will be like, Deirdre, get back in line. And I'll be like, yes, sir. Okay. Daniel, do you need us to take a screen dump or screenshot of this so that you understand what we did? Or did you take one with your phone? Oh, okay, I'm a screen up. Okay, give me a second. I'm just doing this, eh? But you will now change treetops and treetops there. So you'll know this one and this one's the same, nah? And admin will be, okay, you with me, like a copy. Save. Yeah, what the hell? We'll just call it Daniel. And then we'll go there. Where's my, oh, there's my thingy, my bobsies, my computer, downloads. I'm sure I just saved it under Daniel. Documents. Sorry, let me just pull this over here. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. Daniel, I'm not finding your stuff. Okay, I'll just email it to you. Ah, there we go. I'm sorry, Daniel. It's like caps and load. Yeah, you get the idea. Right here. Let's go back in here. Does anybody want like a 2-minute or 5-minute break? Does anybody want one? I can give you one because clearly my training sessions are never just an hour. So if you guys need to quickly take a 5-minute break, I can gladly give you a 5-minute break and then we'll come back into what I've been talking. Hopefully I should only be another half an hour. So tell me if you need a break. Otherwise, I'm just going to go on. All right, I'm assuming all good. Thanks, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks, Linda and Lynn. I'm therefore taking it that we can continue on. Okie dokes. Did I change that voucher, by the way? Because Deirdre got on 15th of May. I don't know. I don't think it's going to do currents. Sorry about this. I was trying to close invoicing, and then, of course, what do? Is this still my thingy I was working in? It is. I'm just going to quickly run month end. I just want to see if it's now going to bring something into that register. It should be. Oh, shame. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining. Guys, I'm sorry if this does not apply to you. I'm not going to take offense. I'm grateful that you stuck around for an hour and 10 minutes. Thank you. Do take care. Be safe. And then I'll probably see you at the other sessions that we have. But thanks so much. I do appreciate it. Take care. Sorry about that. I should have put it out a warning, hands like, beware, Deirdre goes into accounts mode. Something like that. Oh, okay, well, whoever, I'm logging myself out. Goed, bokkies, let's have a look and see what this OK is doing. Do you think it's now going to be nice with me? If not, I will just cry and tantrum because I'm a baby. Oh, okay, 8 pages. That sounds promising. Did I just swing past it, or is it coming? Where the hell has it gone now? Was I too fast? Hold on. Mense. Where's my voucher? Was it this OK? Sorry, I'm just quickly having a look. No, where's the voucher? Guys, did my voucher disappear? Was it just me? I swear I made it for May, didn't I? What? Sorry about that. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, okay, so it's not just me, because Deirdre is like, okay, what am I smoking? I'm smoking something bad. I need to like, okay. All right, Lynn, I thought I was like not losing my mind. Clearly I am. Just say it all. Status. Was it this OK? Okay, sleep well. Direct settlement. Com? 100. Okay, so we need to look for sleep well. QSW. I'm just going to close this and this and this and let it run all over again just so that it can voucher 385. Okay, let's see. That would be funny if it's not there. Yeah, fine, go. Okay, Camps Bay, City Lodge, Umhlanga, Fairmount, Hilton. There we go. Okay, I was just too fast on my fingers. I'm so sorry. Okay, in case you didn't see it, here's my new duty right here at the bottom now. Okay, so I basically just wanted to show you that if you have got the right month and that the travel has already commenced, so the date is the date of you running the statement is past the actual travel date, the system will then actually import it for you like it has done here. The other one, if you can recall, was dated September. And of course it won't because, yeah, September's not here yet. I wish it were, then we would be hopefully like almost done with COVID, but we're not. Okay, so this is your referral commission statement, and it will actually show you exactly what commission will be due then, based on what was captured in the voucher system. The reason why I went off on my tangent into invoicing is I was wondering, is it not easier for you to come through here and then just create a direct settlement voucher for that same commission that's due? But then it's never in your GL, and it's going to depend on you coming into vouchers to trace com, exactly like I've done now. It's open for debate. I think we all need to decide what's best for us. It's probably better just to have it in the GL. Although the system actually will allow you to do it like it has done here to show that commission is due. Okay. I feel kind of deflated now. Okie dokes, let's see what else we have under inquiries. You can also run a debtors ledger, so if there's a whole lot of transactions that transpired, you can also ask the system to give you a debtors ledger. I'll give you a quick squiz. Where's sleep well? There we go. Just to show you what it looks like. It's really just going having a look. Okay, so again, just showing you that the ledger's total is still 334. Okie dokes, let's see what else I can show you. This is just reports, so it's not really you changing anything. We're going to go and play in here right now, and we'll go play there just as soon as I'm done with this part. All right, so we also then have a monthly cover sheet. Now, what is nice about the cover sheet, if it'll print, and if I can click on the right buttons, is this is like a little control for you. And I know you probably won't have a need for it, but this will remind you to make sure that everything is there. Do you agree with it? Was it reviewed? It's like a pre-month-end checklist. I quite like checklists, and for those of you who's going to come along this ride for invoicing main and GL, you will see me going through the month-end checklists. I'm very big on checklists, making sure I haven't missed anything. And of course, if we do go through these lists and you find that they're not all there and you want us to add stuff, yeah, it's for the better of everybody. We will do that. But this pre-month-end control sheet will just basically make sure, have you captured your general ledger entries? Remember I said to you, it does not automatically impact the invoicing module if you do not retrieve. This OKey at the bottom here, this general entries here, is basically just remembering, or reminding, not remembering. Yes, my English is pathetic today, but in any case, it's basically just reminding you that, listen here, although this OKey has got a mini debtors thingy key inside it, you still need to remember, you need to hit that GL where your trial balance, your income statement, and all of those accounts are lying. So very nice, very handy to have. Okay, now here's the thing. Now you're earning your commission. Okay, I'm not going to go through the control on that. Go have a look at that. Now finally, your client has now decided to pay you commission. If you were using the voucher system instead of the invoicing module that we went off in a tangent and I made you all explain to me what you did and we all agreed that what we were doing were right. If you weren't using that system and you physically came in here in your voucher system and you created, instead of a bill back voucher, you created a second voucher which was your direct settlement voucher for the hotel so that you could be reminded to claim the com. You would be able to pull this statement, as you've seen earlier, under inquiries, but you would then also be able to come through here and capture a new commission receipt if they did pay you. All right, show of hands, who's been using the commission receipt up to now? Is there anybody who's been using it, or have you all relied on your invoicing system to do that for you? Because now I'm throwing the spanner in the works, isn't it? You've all relied on invoicing. Nothing wrong with it. It was another way of doing it. Oh, shame. Okay, I don't want to waste your time. So I'm just going to say quickly, just to remind you, Mel, I would actually use it for the stuff that's not like your city lodges, because remember, your vouchers are still going to be captured. You're going to still have the direct settlements. Maybe other hotels won't expect you to prepay the whole lot and then claim it back. Okay, this voucher system thing that we have here on the left-hand side will largely depend on the way the voucher is captured, as you've seen, earlier on. with it being a direct settlement. Once the travel date has happened, you will be able to get, in that statement underneath the inquiries, you will be able to get a total of exactly what COM is due to you. In case I didn't show it to you earlier, I think I did. All right, so right now we've got about 20,000 rands commission outstanding, and I'm ignoring your City Lodge for now that you're doing an invoicing. I'm basically saying this was what came through the vouchers, this was what was captured, and I'm saying I'm going to chase after this money because hopefully it's going to give me a bonus or whatever the case might be. If not a bonus, at least just cover expenses with this whole damn COVID thing. Okay, now you're obviously going to run that statement that I've showed you where to do under inquiries, and you're going to send each of these suppliers that we have in this list, you're going to send them a nice mail and say, listen, pay me my money. And hopefully, and we're really hoping that they will. Okay, so let's pretend that the Hilton Paris, who owed us 16,915 Rand and 50 cents according to our calculations, and this is solely that was captured on the voucher system. Let's hope they said, yeah, right, okay, I'll pay you money. They paid me money, but they short paid me the money. I would ideally like to update this. So how do I go about it? And this is now finally where I get to show you the real stuff. So sorry about the, yeah, I like doing round trips all over. Good. So if your person has now decided to pay you, such as the Hilton Hotel, I'm going to go new receipt. I just want to capture this. If you don't mind, I just want to pull this to the left side so that I can do both things at once. Sorry about this. Where are you? Oi, trust Deirdre to find the wrong stuff. No? I just want to get that hotel. I think it's HI1, if memory serves correct. Yes. All right. So enter the date. This is obviously the date that you received the money on your bank statement. So this would be bank statement date. This thing is still thinking after I changed my preferences that I'm Peter. So let's just reintroduce ourselves. Your supplier. Now you can either type in Hilton Hotel or you can type in the code. So if you know the code, obviously you've known by now this is what QuickDraft does. This is how it works. So it'll definitely be the same. Your deposit reference will be the exact same reference that you use for your cash book entries. Okay, if you have full win main, it's going to write you the CK number followed by the line item, etc. If you are capturing in GL, then obviously you have your own unique way of doing referencing. I like statement followed by line. However you've done it before, keep on doing it that way. Unless when we do GL training, you learn a new way from me, then obviously then we'll do it that way. But I'm just going to say CK for cash book number 3, and my line entry was 50 because I've already captured it in the GL. All right, or from statement number. I can add a comment. I can say overpayment, underpayment. I can put in whatever I want to put in there. I can also leave it blank. I don't have to. Then what you're going to do here is underneath your banked, you're going to enter the amount that appeared on your bank statement. We know we won 16,900 odd Rand, but what we physically got was only 5,100 Rand. Okay? Enter that in there and then tell the system if there's any unallocated amounts. Now at this point in time, we're not done. We still have some other things to do. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go in and you're going to extract the vouchers. In your ledger, just double check that all the commission amounts that you had on the voucher is correct. As you can see here, the 16,900 Rand. Now we already know that is incorrect because the hotel came back and said, listen guys, it's not 15%, it was 10% or some nonsense. Just pretend you understand what I'm saying. You can close this because this is really just a view. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go in here and you're going to say, listen here, I'm going to manually flag. And the only time you will use manual flag, and I'll show you we've got auto as well. The only time you're going to use manual flag is physically when you need to change what they paid you. So if you go to manual flag, the system's going to be like, Thank you very much. Yes, there is one voucher. This is the amount, and I want 16,000 rands. And then we're going to be like, very sorry for you. Okay, you only were paid 15,100. Once you do that, my system is going to say, listen here, there's an adjustment of 1,815 rand and 50 cents. Now, in red, it is screaming and moaning and a very bad word, bitching, because it's saying, listen, you're only allowed to have a 10 rand variation. What is your problem? Okay. If you're wondering where the hell this comes from, this is coming from your settings that you've set up. So when we installed the system, or when you went and you played in my system would have said to you that, listen, yeah, what is the maximum amount you want to adjust? And if you said 10 bucks, you will damn well only be able to do 10 bucks. So if it's bigger, as it is right here now, you will need to go and change that setting before you even try and do this commission receipt. Okay, this means I can't use 15,100. I'm going to have to go and either change the setting quickly, or I'm going to have to just fib now and tell you all that I was misreading and it was 16,910 rand. Okay, bear with me. I think you get the idea. If you don't, I'll go change that setting. So quickly, right, so change the setting if you want it. Otherwise, I'm just going to pretend you know what I was trying to say. If I now go, all good. Thanks, Lynn. If I now go and I'm like, oh, Dodo, you're a doofus, you should really start reading, and I put the amount in here, you will see that the adjustment is still 5 rand and 50 cents. Okay, it's still saying, dude, you owe me 5 rand and 50 cents, but it will allow me to make that adjustment and say, okay, fine, they're not going to give us the money, we better accept it. And once I do that then, and I click on save, you will notice here at the bottom that my system will read still from the original invoice. Can you see there? But it is making the actual adjustment. Now guys, bear in mind, this adjustment is only in the voucher system, which has got it's really like a mini data system, referral data system. It's not going to make that adjustment in the GL. You still in the GL will have to go and do a write-off for 5 rand 50 against COM. Does it make sense what I'm saying? That you still have to do it twice? I know it's a lot of work, but yeah. I know, Daniel, I also want to have an unhappy face. Back into my track. Sorry about that. You now still have your original invoice. I know that I've done an adjustment. Again, as I said, you will have to remember to go do it quickly in the GL for us. And down here at the bottom, you can put receipt notes. Maybe say why you have this 5 rand adjustment. Say, claimed com on meals or whatever. Oh, my caps, me and my caps. Whatever you want to, that will physically then appear on the actual transaction. Thanks for having a sense of humor, Mel. Right, once you're done, you can accept it. And guys, when you accept the voucher, it is no longer open. It is bye-bye forever. If you had a finger problem and you had dyslexia, sorry for all of us, it's gone forever. Okay, so make sure when you accept this thing that you are sure this is what you want to accept. Okay, otherwise say no and just normal save it as draft. But I'm saying save. And where is my hard work? It is gone. Okay, it's not really gone. It's in your receipt register. Okay. And if you want to, you can save it here. You can look at the voucher. You can look at the invoice section. And this is the invoice section that was raised. And yeah, you can see all the hard work that you've actually captured in all the systems, in invoicing as well as vouchers, with your check-in, check-out, your rates that you've captured, your comms, your VATs, your commissionable, the differences, all of that hard work you did will show in here. It'll show you commissions and how you got it, and it'll also show you your summary that you've done. Okay. Any questions?